The Matter standard is here to revolutionize the way we handle our smart homes, but it's also causing a bit of confusion due to its uneven rollout. So what do you actually need to know about Matter and what devices are needed to make it work? I prepared a list of 7 easy to understand key points that are covering the most essential things about Matter. Watch till the end so you don't miss the Home Assistant part and you will figure out what Matter is all about. Now, let's start with the first key point. Matter is a relatively new standard or specification for how smart home devices should talk to each other, and all major tech companies already support Matter, or they are going to be pretty soon. You can think of Matter as a language that lets different smart devices, even if they are made by different companies, understand each other. Have in mind that Matter is not a radio protocol, but a control protocol that runs on top of an existing network infrastructure using your existing Wi-Fi, Ethernet routers, and Thread. We'll talk more about Thread later in the video. Until then, if some of the terms or abbreviations that I'm using are not so clear for you, then download my Smart Home Glossary. It is all free. Matter works with different types of connections like Thread, Wi-Fi, Ethernet, and Bluetooth, where Bluetooth is only used for pairing or also known as commissioning. You have probably heard about Ethernet, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, but what about Thread? What Thread is? Thread is a low-power radio mesh networking technology, much like Zigbee for example. Think of Thread like a special highway that doesn't need a translator hub to work. You only require a Thread border router or a Matter controller equipped with Thread to link Thread devices to other Matter devices and also to the internet. Unlike Zigbee and Z-Wave, where you need one central hub, with Thread you can have multiple Thread border routers working together in your home, which can make the network more reliable. Also, Thread can support up to 250 devices and can directly communicate with Wi-Fi and Ethernet devices, and it is really quick, with very little delay. Thread allows Matter devices to have things like automatic network healing. For example, if one of the devices gets unplugged by mistake, it won't crash the whole network and everything will continue to work as usual. Next key point: to have a smart home that uses Matter, you need few things: a Matter controller, a Thread border router, and an app that supports Matter. The cool thing is you might have all 3 of these devices at home already, but let's break these down, starting with Matter controllers first, which can help you set up new smart devices and control everything in your smart home, run automations, and let you access things from far away. Matter controllers are latest HomePods and Apple TVs, some Amazon Echo speakers, some Google Nest devices, Samsung SmartThings Hubs V3, Home Assistant and Homey Pro. Unlike Zigbee and Z-Wave, you can join the same device to multiple Matter controllers, for example simultaneously at a single smart bulb, to Google Home, Apple Home and Home Assistant. The Matter standard describes that each device should be able to support at least 5 different such connections simultaneously. Next important thing for Matter is a Thread border router. Thread border router is simply a device that has both Thread and Wi-Fi built into it. And yes, you can have a single device that acts as both Thread border router and a Matter controller. You can find an updated list of such devices in the video description. Lastly, you need an app with Matter support. The following smart home apps are Matter commissioners and can add and control devices and set up automations and routines. Matter is also built into the latest version of Android and Apple's operating system, enabling apps to access the local infrastructure required by Matter. As summary, you just need one Matter controller and one Thread border router at home, and this could be one and the same device. Even if you have more devices working as Thread border routers, they'll just team up to build one big Thread network. Next, let's talk about bridges. Smart home devices that use a proprietary bridge, such as Philips Hue devices, Aqara sensors, or SwitchBot door lock, can be bridged into a Matter to control their connected devices in a Matter smart home platform. Apple Home, Google Home, Samsung SmartThings, and Amazon all support bridging in Matter. So, if you have a device that works through a bridge, and that bridge has been updated to Matter, the devices connected to it will work in a Matter platform. Be aware though that because of current limitations of Matter control, you might lose some features if you bridge your devices through Matter rather than through existing integrations. Some devices you already have might be made compatible with Matter in the future if they have the right connections like Thread and Wi-Fi. These devices at some point just have to be updated to the latest firmware and boom! Just like that, they will be Matter ready. There is a big list where you can check do you have such a device already, or you may wish to buy something that is future-proofed. Get the list from the video description. I will try to keep it updated. The bright promises and our biggest hope with Matter is that in the future our smart home devices will work together smoothly no matter what brand they are. Right now this isn't completely true, but we are getting closer, which is a good sign, don't you think? If you know me already, you probably know that I like to play with Home Assistant a lot. If you don't know me yet, then now is a great time to become friends. Just hit that subscribe button with the notification bell, so eventually YouTube will notify you when I release a new video. And I do that every Wednesday. Anyways, Matter and Home Assistant is an interesting topic that can take a whole video or a series. But here is the essential. You need Home Assistant Yellow device or SkyConnect dongle to be Matter ready from hardware perspective. You can pair, aka commission new devices using Home Assistant Companion app on your smartphone. You can integrate a Matter ready device with Home Assistant without linking it to the vendor's cloud. Yet, a few vendors might need you to make an account first to enable Matter. Home Assistant is not a bridge itself and it cannot turn existing devices in Home Assistant into Matter-compatible devices. But who knows, that could be changed in the future. For devices where Home Assistant provides a native integration, with local API for example, Matter may not be the best option as it may lack some functionality that native Home Assistant integration have. So you better test and choose for yourself. Now, if you're looking to start or expand your smart home, the next thing you should do is to register for my upcoming Home Assistant webinar. It is all free and the registration link is on your screen as well as a QR code. Thanks for watching, I'm Kirill and I'll see you next week again. Bye!